Betrayal is one of the most painful experiences a person can endure. It is not the betrayal of strangers that wounds the most, but the deceit of those closest to you, those who once smiled in your face and held your trust. The sting of betrayal is not in the act itself, but in the realization that someone you cherished was wearing a mask the entire time. People often present themselves as allies while secretly working against you. They sit at your table, break bread with you, and speak words of loyalty, but their hearts are far from true. They celebrate your victories with forced applause, yet deep inside they envy your progress. You must understand that not everyone who walks with you is for you. Some are only present to gather information, to weaken you from within, and to strike when you least expect it. Betrayal is a revelation. It exposes the hidden intentions of those who were never meant to journey with you into your destiny. It is painful but necessary, because without it, you may never see the true nature of those around you. A person can wear a smile like a disguise, but time and circumstances will always reveal their heart. Do not be discouraged when betrayal comes. Do not allow bitterness to take root in your heart. When someone betrays you, it is not a reflection of your weakness, but a confirmation of their character. It is a test, a refining fire that burns away the illusions and leaves you stronger, wiser, and more discerning. Even in betrayal, there is purpose. It teaches you to rely not on the words of men, but on the truth of actions. It pushes you closer to your destiny by removing the unnecessary weight of false relationships. It redirects you to those who are truly aligned with your purpose. So when betrayal comes, do not weep as one who has lost everything. Instead, stand firm, knowing that what was meant to destroy you is actually working in your favor. When the venom of deception is revealed, you are given the gift of clarity. You are free from the illusion, free to walk in truth, and free to move forward without the weight of deceitful companions. Betrayal is not the end. It is merely the exposure of what was always there, and once you see the truth, you can never be deceived again. Betrayal is most painful when it comes from those closest to you. The deepest wounds are not inflicted by enemies, but by those you once called friends, those who knew your heart and held your trust. It is the people you have confided in, the ones who have seen your vulnerabilities, who can cause the greatest harm. Strangers cannot betray you, for they hold no place in your life. It is the ones who have walked with you, laughed with you, and shared in your victories that have the power to deceive you in ways you never expected. The pain of betrayal is not just in the act itself, but in the realization that someone you cherished was never who they claimed to be. They spoke words of loyalty, but their actions were crafted in deceit. They smiled in your presence, but their heart plotted against you in secret. The ones you stood by in their time of need may be the very ones who turn their back on you when you need them the most. And when the truth is finally revealed, it leaves you questioning how long the deception had been there, how many words were empty, and how much of your relationship was a lie. Trust is a precious thing, and when it is broken by someone close, it shatters more than just your confidence in them. It shakes your ability to trust others. You begin to wonder if the kindness you receive from people is genuine or if it is merely a disguise. You replay past conversations, looking for signs you might have missed. But betrayal is never obvious. Until the moment it is meant to be exposed, it hides behind familiarity, behind shared experiences, behind years of laughter and connection, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Yet, even in this pain, there is a lesson. Betrayal teaches you that not everyone by your side is for you. Some people are placed in your life not to lift you up, but to use you, to take advantage of your kindness and to extract whatever they can before discarding you. They do not reveal themselves when things are easy. They are exposed in moments of challenge, in times when their loyalty is tested. And when they fail that test, you must not allow their actions to define your future. Instead, you must recognize that their removal is a gift, a painful one, but a gift nonetheless. People can pretend to support you while secretly working against you. Not everyone who walks beside you has good intentions. Some are only present to observe, to gather information, and to use it at the right moment to weaken you. They smile in your face, they speak words of encouragement, but behind closed doors, they harbor resentment, envy, and hidden agendas. They do not celebrate your success, they endure it. They do not admire your growth, they tolerate it until they can no longer hide their true feelings. Such individuals disguise themselves as friends, allies, and even family. They stay close enough to appear loyal, but distant enough to never fully commit to your well-being. They blend in, pretending to cheer for you, all while secretly hoping for your downfall. Their words sound genuine, but their actions reveal the truth over time. When you face hardship, they do not offer a helping hand. Instead, they watch to see if you will stumble. When you share your dreams, they nod in agreement, but behind your back, they dismiss your vision as impossible. These people thrive in your moments of vulnerability. They are there when you are struggling, but not to lift you up, rather, to see how far you will fall. They may disguise themselves as advisors, offering what seems to be wisdom, but in reality, they plant seeds of doubt. They tell you to be realistic, not because they care about your success, but because your ambition threatens them. They remind you of your past failures, not to help you grow, but to keep you trapped in self-doubt. And when they see you rising despite their efforts, their jealousy begins to surface. The same people who once praised you will suddenly become distant, dismissive, or even critical. They will attempt to downplay your achievements, shift the attention away from your progress, or create subtle obstacles in your path. Some will even go as far as trying to sabotage you, spreading false narratives, twisting your words, or turning others against you. But this exposure is necessary, for it allows you to see who truly stands with you and who was only pretending all along. Your journey will always reveal the hearts of those around you. Those who cannot handle your elevation will eventually expose their true nature. And when they do, you must not waste time mourning the loss of their presence. Their departure is not a loss, it is a release. It is the clearing away of distractions, the removal of unnecessary weight, and the revelation of who truly belongs in your future. Betrayal is a revelation, not a setback. It is a painful but necessary unveiling of the truth. A moment where the masks fall and you finally see people for who they really are. It does not destroy you, it frees you. It removes the illusions you once held about certain relationships and exposes the hidden intentions that were always there, lurking beneath the surface. The betrayal itself is not what wounds the most. It is the realization that the person who betrayed you was never who you thought they were. When you experience betrayal, it is easy to feel like you have lost something valuable. You replay moments in your mind, questioning what was real and what was deception. But the truth is, you did not lose a friend, a partner, or a trusted confidant. You lost the illusion of who they pretended to be. The betrayal did not take away something good, it revealed something false. It exposed a weak foundation, a relationship built on pretense rather than truth. And once something false is exposed, you are no longer bound by it. Many times, betrayal is not an accident, it is a pattern finally coming to light. The signs were always there, but perhaps you ignored them, hoping the person would change, hoping their loyalty was real. But deception cannot last forever. Eventually, circumstances force people to show their true nature. Betrayal is often not the first offense, but the final proof of a character flaw that was always present. And once it is exposed, you have a choice to dwell on the pain or to embrace the clarity it brings. You must understand that betrayal does not come to break you, it comes to elevate you. It removes those who do not belong in your future. It sharpens your discernment, teaching you to see beyond words and observe actions. It strengthens your ability to stand alone when necessary, knowing that not everyone deserves access to your trust. Betrayal is not a sign that you are weak, it is proof that you are growing. Those who cannot handle your progress will eventually reveal themselves, and when they do, it is not a tragedy, it is a blessing. So when betrayal comes, do not see it as a loss. See it as a cleansing, a moment where the weight of false relationships is lifted from your shoulders. It hurts, but it is necessary. It is not a step backward, it is a step forward, because now you walk with clearer vision, with greater wisdom, and with the certainty that those who remain by your side are truly meant to be there. A person's true nature is eventually revealed. No matter how well someone hides their intentions, no matter how carefully they craft their words or manipulate their actions, time will always expose what is hidden in their heart. A smile can be a mask, a kind word can be a strategy, and loyalty can be nothing more than a performance. But deception has an expiration date. The weight of pretense becomes too heavy to carry, and when the right circumstances arise, the truth breaks through the illusion. People can pretend for a season, but no one can suppress their true nature forever. Some will walk with you, speak well of you, and act as though they support you, but deep within, they harbor jealousy, resentment, or secret competition. They will celebrate you publicly, but despise you privately. They will applaud your success while secretly wishing for your downfall. Yet no matter how much they pretend, the truth will eventually surface, because character is not defined by words, but by actions over time. Pay attention to consistency. A person can only pretend to be something they are not for so long before cracks begin to show. You will notice subtle shifts in their energy, in their responses, in the way they handle your growth. They may suddenly withdraw when they once engaged. They may begin to dismiss what they once praised. They may avoid you when they once sought you out. These are not coincidences. They are signs. Signs that what was hidden is now rising to the surface. And when their true nature is finally revealed, it may shock you. You may wonder how you did not see it earlier. You may feel betrayed that someone you trusted was never genuine. But the truth is, they did not suddenly change. They were always that person. The only difference is that now you can see it. You are no longer blinded by the illusion they created. And this revelation, though painful, is a gift because it allows you to release what was never real, to let go of what was never meant for you, and to move forward with greater clarity and wisdom. Do not be disheartened when someone's true nature is revealed. It is better to know the truth than to live in deception. It is better to walk alone than to walk with those who do not truly stand with you. When people show you who they are, believe them. Do not try to justify their actions or make excuses for their behavior. Accept the truth, adjust accordingly, and continue your journey with the confidence that those who remain by your side are there for the right reason. Betrayal often comes from those closest to you, not from strangers. A stranger has no access to your trust, no knowledge of your weaknesses, no insight into your dreams. But those who walk with you, those who share your moments of joy and vulnerability, those who call themselves friends, family, or confidants, these are the ones who have the power to betray you. Because betrayal is not just an attack, it is a violation of trust. And only someone you trusted can truly betray you. The greatest wounds are not inflicted by enemies, but by those you allowed into your heart. It is not the outsider who damages you the most. It is the one who sat at your table, the one who listened to your deepest thoughts, the one who said, I am with you. The closer they are, the deeper the cut. The more you trusted them, the more devastating the betrayal. And this is what makes betrayal so painful. It is not just about what they did, but about who they were supposed to be in your life. Many times, betrayal is not a sudden event. It is a slow process. It begins with subtle signs, small compromises in loyalty, whispers of deception. But because the person is close to you, you overlook it. You tell yourself they would never hurt you. You dismiss the red flags, believing their words over their actions, until one day their betrayal becomes undeniable and you are left wondering how someone so close could turn against you. But betrayal is not just about the betrayer. It is also about what it teaches you. It teaches you that not everyone who starts with you is meant to finish with you. It teaches you that trust should be given with wisdom, not just emotion. It teaches you that love does not mean blindness, and forgiveness does not mean continued access. It teaches you that some people are in your life only for a season, and when their time is up, they will reveal themselves. And when that moment comes, you must not allow the pain to make you bitter. You must not allow betrayal to change your heart. Let it change your discernment. Let it change your wisdom. But do not let it change your ability to love and trust the right people. Because for every person who betrays you, there are others who will stand with you. For every person who turns against you, there are those who will fight for you. And for every person who walks away, there are those who are always meant to stay. Betrayal is never about you. It is a reflection of the betrayer's character, not your worth. When someone betrays you, it is easy to internalize the pain, to question yourself, to wonder if you did something wrong. You replay the moments, searching for a reason, searching for where you might have failed. But betrayal is not about what you lacked. It is about what they lacked. It is not about your imperfections. It is about their inability to be loyal, to be honest, to walk in integrity. People do not betray you because you are not good enough. They betray you because of what is inside them. Jealousy, insecurity, selfish ambition. These are the real causes of betrayal. They see your light and resent that they do not shine the same way. They see your growth and feel threatened by it. They see your heart and take advantage of your kindness. But their betrayal does not diminish you. It exposes them. It reveals what was always inside them, hidden behind smiles and empty words. When someone turns against you, do not blame yourself. Do not think that if you had been better, loved them more, given them more, they would have stayed loyal. A betrayer will always betray regardless of what you do. It is in their nature. They are not betraying you because you failed. They are betraying you because they have no loyalty within them. They were never truly for you. They were for what they could gain from you. And when their desires changed, so did their allegiance. Do not let betrayal shake your identity. Do not let the actions of disloyal people cause you to doubt your own value. You are still who you were before the betrayal. You are still worthy of trust, of love, of true loyalty. One person's deception does not define you, it defines them. Their actions do not determine your future, they determine theirs. Because in the end, betrayal carries its own consequences. What they meant for harm will turn against them. What they did in darkness will be brought to light. You must not carry the burden of their choices. Release it. Let go of the guilt, the self-doubt, the questioning. You did not lose something precious. They did. They lost someone who was genuine. They lost someone who was trustworthy. They lost someone who truly cared. And while you may feel pain now, in time, you will see that their betrayal was not your loss. It was their greatest mistake. Betrayal is a painful but necessary revelation. It removes the illusion of loyalty and exposes the reality of a person's heart. It may hurt, but it also frees you from false relationships, from connections that were never truly meant to last. Sometimes, betrayal is the only way you will see what you refuse to acknowledge. Because when someone is pretending, when they're playing both sides, when they're smiling in your face while scheming behind your back, you may not recognize it immediately, but betrayal forces the truth into the light. You may have thought they were your friend. You may have believed they supported you. You may have confided in them, trusted them, invested in them. But the moment they betray you, all the doubt, all the questions, all the hidden signs suddenly become clear. Betrayal does not introduce a new character. It revealed the one that was always there. And while the pain of that revelation is real, so is the freedom that comes with it. Because once you see someone for who they truly are, you are no longer bound by the illusion of who you thought they were. Some betrayals are loud, obvious, undeniable. Others are slow, calculated, and disguised under the pretense of love or friendship. Some will stab you in the back, while others will smile as they do it. But the outcome is the same. The truth is exposed, and you are left with a choice. Will you hold on to the falsehood, trying to justify their actions, trying to make excuses for them, or will you accept the truth, no matter how painful, and move forward with wisdom? Many times, betrayal is an answered prayer. You may have asked for discernment, and betrayal showed you who was never meant to walk with you. You may have prayed for direction, and betrayal cleared the path by removing those who would have hindered you. You may have sought success, and betrayal revealed those who only clapped for you in public, but secretly wished for your downfall. It may not have come in the way you expected, but it came in the way you needed. Because sometimes you do not lose a friend, you lose an enemy who is pretending to be one. So do not fear betrayal, do not despise it, let it do its work, let it remove the wrong people, let it sharpen your discernment, let it teach you who truly belongs in your life. And when it happens, do not hold on to anger, do not seek revenge, do not waste your energy trying to prove anything. The best response to betrayal is elevation. Let them go. Let them reveal themselves and watch how life opens new doors for you. Doors they were never meant to enter. Betrayal is painful, but it is not the end of your story. It may shake you, but it will not break you. It may wound your heart, but it will not destroy your destiny. The enemy wants you to believe that betrayal is a sign of failure, that you will never recover, that you will never trust again. But the truth is, betrayal is often a sign that you are moving forward. It is a sign that your journey requires greater discernment, that your next season demands separation from those who cannot go where you are going. It is not a curse, it is a refining process. When you are betrayed, the pain can be overwhelming. The disappointment can weigh on your spirit. You may feel like shutting yourself off, like never trusting again, like building walls so high that no one can ever hurt you. But if you allow betrayal to make you bitter, you give power to the very people who tried to break you. They wanted to see you lose faith. They wanted to see you collapse under the weight of their deception. But you cannot let their actions define your future. You must rise above it. You must prove that their betrayal was not your destruction, but your elevation. Look back at history. Look at those who have achieved greatness, and you will see a pattern. Betrayal was always a part of the journey. The strongest leaders, the wisest teachers, the most influential voices, they all faced betrayal. They were deceived by those closest to them, abandoned by those they trusted, wounded by those they loved. But what set them apart was their response. They did not allow betrayal to stop them. They did not let pain become a prison. They took the lesson, learned from it, and kept moving forward. And because they did, their destiny was not delayed. So when betrayal comes, do not stay stuck in the hurt. Do not replay the moment over and over in your mind. Do not waste time wondering why they did it. Instead, take the wisdom, take the experience, and use it as fuel to push forward. Let betrayal be a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Let it be a lesson, not a limitation. Let it be the moment where you decide that no matter who walks away, no matter who turns against you, no matter who fails to be who they claim to be, you will not stop. You will not give up. You will not let one act of disloyalty make you lose sight of the purpose you were created for. Your destiny is too great to be derailed by those who were never meant to finish the journey with you. Their betrayal does not cancel your calling. Their actions do not change your value. Their departure does not alter your purpose. If anything, their betrayal is proof that you are on the right path, because those who cannot handle your growth, those who cannot celebrate your progress, those who secretly resented your success will always expose themselves when you are about to step into something greater. Do not mourn their loss. Celebrate your gain, because what was removed was never meant to stay, and what is ahead is far greater than anything left behind. Betrayal is not the end. It is often the beginning of something greater. It may feel like a devastating blow, a deep wound that will never heal, but in reality, it is a necessary breaking that leads to your breakthrough. When people betray you, it is not always about loss. It is about making room for something better. It is a divine shift, a forced separation from those who were never meant to walk with you into your next season. Sometimes you would never let go on your own. So betrayal becomes the tool that removes the wrong people from your life. You may not see it now, but betrayal is often a redirection. It pushes you out of comfort, out of complacency, and into purpose. If they had remained loyal, if they had stayed in your life, you might have settled for less than what was meant for you. You might have kept trusting people who did not truly believe in you. You might have stayed in an environment that no longer served you. But their betrayal became the very thing that propelled you forward. What they meant for harm, what they did to break you, what they thought would leave you stuck, actually worked in your favor. It is painful when those you trusted turn against you, but it is also revealing. It shows you where true loyalty lies. It exposes the hidden agendas, the secret jealousy, the silent competition. And when betrayal happens, it is not a moment to fight for what you have lost. It is a moment to recognize what was never truly yours. Those who can betray you were never truly committed to you. Those who can walk away were never truly meant to stay. And when you embrace that truth, betrayal no longer feels like devastation. It feels like deliverance. Many times people do not show their true colors until they believe they no longer need you. They switch, they turn, they betray, thinking they are gaining something by leaving you behind. But what they fail to realize is that betrayal does not harm the one who is betrayed as much as it harms the one who betrays. Because when someone chooses deception, when they choose disloyalty, when they choose to break trust, they are setting themselves up for their own downfall. They may celebrate now, they may feel like they have won, but time will reveal that betraying a good person is never rewarded. That is why you do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to expose them, chase after them, or try to prove your worth. Time will do that for you. Time will expose the truth. Time will show that you were never the problem. And as you move forward, as you grow, as you heal, you will see that their betrayal was not the end of you. It was the beginning of something greater. You will realize that if they had not left, you would not have discovered your own strength. If they had not deceived you, you would not have learned the depth of your resilience. If they had not turned against you, you would not have risen to new heights. Their betrayal was painful, but it was also necessary, because in the end, what left you was never meant for you. Betrayal is painful, but it is also a powerful teacher. It sharpens your discernment, refines your wisdom, and strengthens your resilience. It may feel like a devastating storm, but when the dust settles, you will see that it cleared the path for something far greater. The ones who betrayed you thought they were hurting you, but in reality, they were setting you up for something better. What they meant to break you only built you. What they intend to destroy only made room for the right people, the right opportunities, and the right blessings to enter your life. There is something about betrayal that shifts your perspective. It forces you to evaluate who is truly for you. It opens your eyes to the people who were only with you for their own benefit. It reveals the difference between real love and conditional loyalty. And while it hurts, it also liberates you. It removes those who were holding you back, those who secretly envied you, those who pretended to celebrate you but never truly supported you, those who set the same aspirations but never truly supported you. Betrayal may sting, but it also cleanses. It removes the unnecessary so you can embrace the necessary. You may wonder why it had to happen. You may question why someone so close could turn against you. But instead of asking, why did they do this to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Because nothing happens without purpose. If you were betrayed, it means there was something in that relationship, in that friendship, in that partnership that was not built on solid ground. It means there were cracks beneath the surface that you could not see, but time revealed them. It means that what you thought was strong was actually weak. And the only way to see the truth was through the pain of betrayal. Some of the greatest transformations in life come after the deepest wounds. Pain has a way of unlocking hidden strength, of pulling out a version of yourself that you never knew existed. Betrayal may have knocked you down, but it also gave you something invaluable: clarity. It separated you from what was false. It showed you the value of true, loyal people. It reminded you that not everyone deserves access to your heart. And most of all, it proved that you are stronger than you ever imagined. You do not need to seek justice. You do not need to chase explanations. And you do not need to convince anyone of your worth. Those who left, those who turned, those who deceived, you do not need them to validate you. The best response to betrayal is elevation. Keep moving forward, keep growing, keep thriving, because nothing frustrates those who try to break you more than seeing you rise higher than they ever expected. Let your success be your answer. Let your peace be your revenge. And let your future be the proof that their betrayal was not your downfall. It was your setup for something greater. Betrayal may feel like a devastating loss, but in reality, it is often a divine redirection. It exposes what was hidden, removes what was harmful, and strengthens what remains. You may not have seen it coming, but in time you will look back and realize it was necessary. The people who walked away, the ones who turned against you, were never meant to be part of your future. Their betrayal did not break you. It freed you. It cleared the path for the right people, the right opportunities, and the right blessings to come into your life. Do not waste your energy seeking revenge or trying to make sense of their disloyalty. Instead, use that energy to build, to grow, to rise. Your success will speak louder than any words ever could. Keep your heart pure, your mind focused, and your spirit unshaken, because what is meant for you will never require betrayal to stay. Let go, move forward, and trust that what was lost was never truly yours. The best way to respond to betrayal is not with bitterness, but with elevation. Because nothing frustrates those who try to break you more than seeing you become unstoppable.